Hey, what is up? Have you ever felt insecure? Or maybe feel that no matter how much you have tried, no matter how much effort you put in to achieve certain things, either number one, you don't achieve the results, or number two, you actually achieve the results, but your level of insecurities and how you feel actually didn't change. Now, if that is you, don't fret, okay? Because that's exactly how I feel like almost on a day-to-day basis. And in this video that you're going to be watching in the next 10 seconds, is a conversation I had with a couple of clients last week on our call, where we're talking about basically how to overcome the feeling of not being good enough, right? And not allow it to hold us back to achieving the things that we want. Okay, so again, if you don't know me, my name is Benjamin Ong. I'm the founder of Authentic Advice Systems, and basically we help advisors to attract, convert, and keep more clients. Okay, and I make these videos because I just want to document the lessons and also more importantly the mistakes that I've made on this journey, and also share with others as well, so that it can help you to make basically more money, become wealthy while becoming happy, purposeful, and authentic. Okay, so meanwhile, watch this video. Let me know in the comments below how you feel and whether it works out for you.
You know, I can tell you both, like, I mean, now that we're all here, right? Like, I face a ton of insecurities every day. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I probably I don't know, maybe you guys got some secret stash, but I probably relatively like earn more than both of you. That makes sense. And probably quote unquote have more material success, whatever it is, and in a better place. But the amount of insecurities I feel when I have more money now compared to like 5, 6 years ago when I have no money, the amount of insecurities I have, right, didn't change. It didn't go down. It didn't like I have more money than my insecurities went down. It didn't happen that way. So every day I have a ton of insecurities. Every single day, I honestly feel like my efforts are not that good enough. If that makes sense. Like I'm working a lot, but it's just kind of the feeling of like no matter how hard you work, no matter how much you try, it just never either don't translate into the kind of results that you want, or it just make you feel shitty, oh. And especially when you bring comparisons, and then you feel like then you start to conclude, right? The brain will start to conclude, at least for me, that maybe something wrong is with me. Like there's something wrong with me. You know what I mean? So these are things. So I was talking to Kelly about the not good enough thing. And then, you're saying that like every day we don't feel like we're good enough. And one thing to understand is that even though like we just get to come to this very weird gray area of like we do our best every day and that's good enough. But at the same time, our best isn't good enough for the results. Okay, I repeat again, this one. Okay, so it's like on a day-to-day basis, we need to acknowledge that doing our best is good enough. On the other hand, we also need to acknowledge that our best is not good enough yet for the results that we want, right? So it's this weird kind of like situation, but the way, if you can kind of discern these two things separately, right, then it puts you in a better, I would say in a better, more peace of mind, kind of like awareness that, okay, you know what, I'm feeling shitty because like it's like I shouldn't feel, it's like I shouldn't feel shitty because I've given my best, right? But at the same time, I also need to understand that my best efforts are still not enough for what's required. So I shouldn't feel shitty about doing my best. I shouldn't still feel shitty about the results, but this just means that I just need to do more. 简单这样子 No blaming, no victimizing, because sometimes we tend to go into like the self-criticizing state, right? Yeah. So like if you can decent that, person has a better peace and it would make better decisions. Yeah, like once you guys like get older in life, I'm not like that way older than you guys, okay? But like once you get like move up the chain or whatever you call in life, stage of life, whatever it is, it's like the money that we have will not really impact the amount of securities or insecurities that we have internally. And the reason for that, or like even is it I can buy a car, I can buy a Rolex, I can buy a Rolex right now, but like it's not going to make me feel any more say, like wow, 我厉害. Like it doesn't make it that way. It doesn't lower my insecurities. It doesn't make me more confident that, oh, next month we're going to do 500,000. Like it's not, And the reason why it doesn't work that way, and you guys want to write this down, okay? The reason why it doesn't work that way is because we're trying to solve an internal problem with an external solution, right? We're trying to solve an internal problem, which is like insecurities, maybe anxiety, overwhelming, panic, whatever it is, right? We're solving all these internal problems with external solutions. These are things I think through on a daily basis because every day is so hard. That makes sense. Like every day is so hard. Like I don't think like Cheryl, like yesterday and today, I don't think today is any easier than yesterday. Like even if last month you close like 5K FYC, and then this month it's not going to be that easy. Like it's still a grind again, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. It happens all the time. And it happens at every level of the game that you're playing. So whether you're earning 3K right now, 5, 10, or 20,000 or 50,000 a month, like it's going to be the same thing, right? So it means what it also means is that like our situations or our external circumstances doesn't make us happy or unhappy, right? It's how we choose to see the world and our dispositions that makes it otherwise, right? Right? Because like I give you a classic example. Now, have both of you in the past been in some okay, what food right now or what experience right now that you guys can easily afford that seem like a luxury 10, 15, 30 years ago?
Collins, I would say, like those kind of Western food, or like Swenson's, those kind of restaurant.
Yeah, those seems to be like, wow, it's like so happy, right? You go there, right? Okay, so Collins, Swenson's, right? So I remember Swenson's. Ash?
Can see, yeah. That's a
Right?
good example.
Yeah, Swenson is good. For me was Haagen-Dazs. Yeah, like going to Haagen-Dazs at Bishan, I remember Junction in that one. It was like the small store that I'm like, oh my god, it's like a treat. You know, always so happy. Now it's like 就这样子. Do we agree now? Go Swenson, we can go, all right? Order chicken chop, whatever. It has to go have a cup of ice cream, whatever. It doesn't matter. So honestly, if you look at like Swenson's, you know, Swenson's famous for their French fries, you know, and that thing, right? Now, if you look at like 20 years ago and now, did the French fries really improve? Like, is there really that much changes in really the quality of the fries? Like, still the packaging more or less the same, right? It's still in that cone, and they give you the 2 sauce or whatever. It's the same thing. So external situation and circumstances remains the same. And if you look at time 20 years ago and 20 years now, the way we feel about it is different, right? So it all comes down to how we choose to see it. And if we can manage that internal function or our beliefs and the way we look at the world, whether we earn 10, 20, 30, 50K, which I think, you know, if you guys want to go for it, we should aspire for it. You know what I mean? More money is never bad, you know what I mean, to a certain degree. Right? You should obviously aim for it. But just know that like we can all choose to be happy. We can all choose to serve people at this current stage right now. 5 years ago, I was an advisor, right? Or 6 years ago, I was serving like people, right? Doing sales. 6 years now, I'm still serving people. I'm serving you guys, right? And I'm still doing sales, right? What's the difference? Like the fundamentals of the activities are still the same, just in different contexts. I mean, so find your internal kind of like satisfaction and kind of like happiness that you guys have on a day-to-day basis. And here's the funny thing, okay, it's counterproductive, counterintuitive, but when you do it, this is where like the wealth and money will come in, because then you're not so much focused on like trying to gain money, right? You just focus on serving, and again, when you serve other people and you give value, money will come. Makes sense? Okay, so like I just remember one more thing. I think this one for Cheryl. Ash probably heard it before. Like life move in angles. Have you heard of it before, Cheryl? It's called life move in angles. No? Okay, great. So life move in angles, here's what it means, okay? So you just imagine this is where we are at, okay? And then this is our destination, yeah? So what's the fastest way to this from here?
Go straight up.
Straight up, right? Yeah, okay, cool. So this is what most people do in life. They take the shortest, fastest way because it just makes sense, right? It's the most effective and efficient manner. But that's not how life works. Life always moves in angles. What this means is that instead of, if you want to get here, we cannot go straight up. We need to probably go some angle, or like go here, then go here, right? So a typical example would be, let's say the goal is monetary, right? It's 100,000 a year. Most people say, oh, you know, I just want to earn 100,000 a year, right? Then they work out the numbers, how many appointments, and so forth, right? Yeah, right. And then they say, okay, I just want to go here. I just want to go here. But it doesn't work that way. You don't believe? You just visualize your 100,000, no? Visualize, then tell me, are you getting any closer to the 100,000? All right. So you got to do something, right? So you have to probably give value, right? Through opening appointments or through catch-ups or whatever it is. Then you can get more appointments, get closing, and then get part of your 100K, right? So for example, one objective is that in order to get 100K, we need to close someone, right? Before we close, we need appointments, correct? So let's say Ash methods is like want to get passive inquiries from social media. So we want passive inquiries. What do we need to do? We need to post content, right? So again, you see, before to get this, we need to do this. So life always moves in angles. So if you want to go for your goals, always look at what is required of me and what I need to do first that will lead me to that, rather than like going for this. Yeah, it's a very subtle thing, you know, but subconsciously we're all wired to like, oh, 100,000, oh, MDRT this year, okay, just aim for it. But the point is that when you aim for it, it's very fluffy, right? Like 你怎样去做，很 fluffy. That makes sense. Yeah. So when you think from that, it gives you more certainty in the outcome. Because you know that to reach the 100K, right? 不可能直直这样走的，你要做其他东西。So you know for a right fact that 你需要做其他东西。So what is 那个其他的东西？ Appointments, content, talk, whatever. Yeah, then we just do more of that because that will happen.